This is the 1945 Framingham High School Philo Math yearbook. It was the book of Jean Hargraves, a member of that class. This will begin with advertisers, as many times they are. Here's some very old. To the girl graduate, they're trying to get you to work for the telephone company. Farmers Cooperative Bank. Many of these places are out of business. More advertisements. Now here is the Philo Math. Here are the pictures. I will try to do each one individually. Hopefully, as you come across somebody you know, as you can see, they're written to Jean. You may know what they did with their life. Of course, some may still be alive. Jean passed away January 1st, 2021. Tells a little bit of each one. It was a large class. I actually went to the class reunion. The last one that she attended was the 60th. I would love to get any information that you have on any of these students, what happened to them. What people did with their lives. As you can see, they're obviously now Warren Buzzle. Seems that I heard his name from my mother. Lots and lots of names. As you can see, some of them are dressed in Army uniforms and Navy uniforms. They, unfortunately, many of them went off to war. You see that? Those young people giving up their lives. There's another Navy person. I was told by Jean that most of them were in the service after the war, like with occupational services. As you can see, lots. They were, when this was originally taken, I'm sure the war was still going on by the end of 1945. If it was still going on, it was really the end. And of course, technically, you're not supposed to join the Army until you're 18. So these students would have just been turning 18. So many. That's Jean. That's my mom. She's in love with the world. That's what they said about her. She actually went on to go to LaSalle and get a degree in engineering. More service. Book is starting, more service. Book is starting to fall apart. But it's still in pretty good shape. And if there's any page that anybody would be interested in having a copy of, being a grandparent, great-grandparent, friend, whatever, I'll be more than happy to send you copies. Lots of people signed her yearbook. Lots and lots of pictures. It was a large class. I believe there were 350. Because they only had one high school at the time. They did have Marion, which was a Catholic school. But other than that, they only had Framingham. That was it, Framingham High School. That's it, Framingham High School. Of course, all these people, they were victims of World War II. They had the Depression to deal with. My mother was raised in Saxonville, which was a factory town at the time. And her father he painted Roxbury carpet 12 months a year, 6 days a week. And he was never out of a job for too long. Her grandfather was a blacksmith at Roxbury Carpet. And her mother worked, which not every woman worked, but she worked at Denison and worked until she suffered a stroke and passed away in the early 1960s. I'm hoping somebody will see something, somebody they knew. And then she has autographs. Maybe somebody will recognize the writing. Here is the class picture. If anybody recognizes these people. I know that Jean was born in 1927, and most of these people were born in 1927. All of them Framingham people. So if you recognize any of them, let me get a close-up. Here are the class rewards. If I pull it apart, I'm afraid maybe I'm going to be able to see it. You can pause the film and read it. Here is a group called Growing Pains. I'll show you again. And of course, there's the list of everybody that belonged to it. I know that some of these came from different, like, boroughs. Jean was from Saxonville. She lived at 70 Johnson Street, if anybody knows the area. Now, here is the list of the people that are on this, their snapshots, and who they are as little children. I'm hoping that you recognize them. As you can see, number 32 is Jean Hargraves. She later became Jean Chase. And this is all of them. Let me show you each one of them. They have a number telling you what number they are. And as you can see, they're very young. I'm hoping that you can read it. I do want people to know, if they're interested in getting copies of this, I can do the best I can. His students, as they looked when they were children, real little, is the babies. That little girl right there, holding the doll, is Jean Hargraves. That's her when she was about 2. How do I know? She is my mother, and I have that picture of her. I don't know anybody else. I'm sorry. Hold on.